Hello guys. So today we will learn about multiplexer and we will design this multiplexer in Tanner using NAND gate. Okay. So here I have opened my Tanner and now I have to open my old already build design. Okay, this one. So in last class I have designed full adder. Okay, this is the full adder. Okay, half adder was also there, NAND was also there, OR gate was also there. So using this NAND, we will use this NAND block in designing multiplexer. Okay, 4:1 marks. So how we can design this mux here? This is how. As you can see, there are two select lines S1 and S0 and two inverter, this two inverter. So inverter also we have designed in previous class. We can use that inverter also, or we can use NAND gate also as an inverter. Okay, and these fours are also NAND gate, and this is fifth one. So we need five NAND gates, and if we are using NAND gate as inverter, then we need seven. These are our input line: I0, I1, I2, I3. Okay, and this is how we connect the supply connections. Okay, and then we will check the output. Okay, so this is our experiment for today, experiment number 6. So let's design. Okay, do you know the formula how we can design this? Why we So this is the formula. You can see this is the formula. This is the original formula of NAND gate. Okay, there are four inputs A, B, C, D, or you can say I0, I1, I2, I3, and by using De Morgan's law, we convert this into this. Okay, into this one. So here, if you will see this, using this formula, we can implement this one into by using only NAND circuit. In other words, you can see below this is represented. So this is how we convert NAND, means how we implement MUX using NAND. Okay. So now I am going to use new cell for designing MUX. Okay. So I will go to new. I will change this to schematic. I will name this as MUX. Okay. Just give MUX and click here. Okay. So here, this is my MUX platform where I will design the 4:1 MUX circuit. So according to our diagram here, we first need 5 MUX. Okay. So I will 5 NAND gate. So I will just drag and drop this NAND gate instant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, and I am going to use NAND only for as an inverter. Okay, NAND only for the inverter. Now what we need? We need just the connections. Okay, so this, as you can see here, one wire will come from I0. I0 is our input. Okay, I1, I2, I3. Okay, so from we need 4 voltage sources for I0, I1, I2, I3. Okay, 4 voltage sources, and for select line also we need some voltage sources. So we need 6 voltage sources. So I will use 6 voltage source from here, and we will use sorry, voltage source is okay. Yeah, we will use bitwise. Sorry. Convert it to bitwise. One for this select line, second for this select line, third is for I0, I1, I2, I3. Okay, so this is our voltage source. You can see here, these are our voltage source, and this is our NAND gate circuit. This is our NAND gate circuit where A and B input is this, So what we will do here, we will give the connections first. So this voltage source, sorry, just drag a little bit here and using wire connect this. And because we are using this as a this NAND gate as an inverter, so we will sort the input. Okay, we will just sort the input, and same thing will goes from this side also. Okay, done. Just delete this one. Just delete this one. Then again, now what we have to do, we have to give connection through I0. So I will change the name of these voltage sources first, so it won't create problem. Otherwise, every time you will look at it and it will create problem. So I will give it as S1. Okay, this is S1. Give this as S0. Okay, this is S0. Then change this name as I not. Okay, now let's drag it a little bit here. Change its name as I1. It here. Change its name as I2. Okay, now change its name like I3. Okay, so voltage source name changed. Now we have to give the connections. Okay, so from here to here we have to give. I will just drag it a little bit this side. Okay, so this also. How this connection will go? One will come from I0. Okay, okay. So here they are using 3-input NAND gate, but we have designed only 2-input NAND gate. So for 3-input, what we will do? For 3-input, what we can do? We can convert this 3-input NAND gate into two-input NAND gates. How we can do that? Just okay, I will just do this. Keep it here and here. So now you will see how I can convert this. This is my I0. I have taken one wire from this to, and it will go to I0. Okay, and its one input will come from S1 inverted output. Okay, S1 inverted output. S1 inverted output will come from here, go to here, and it will go here. Okay, so this is done. Now third input is going from S not inverted output. Okay, this third input, S not inverted output. So this third input, I will take it and I will give it like this. Okay, and then I will connect it like this. Okay, so this both NAND gate, this and this. Now you can see this both NAND gate is working as 3-input NAND gate, one 3-input NAND gate. Okay, and the output we are taking it from this side. So this is how you convert it. Now come to second, below one. This one I will put it here. This one and this one. This one I will drag it here. Okay. So same thing will come from I1 also. I will design I1 also like this. So what are the input? I1 is directly going to this second AND gate, and inverted S1 is going, and non-inverted S0 is connected. Non-inverted S0. So first I1 no problem. Second is uh, second input is inverted S1. Second input is inverted S1. So this is my inverted S1. So I can directly connect it from here to this. Okay. So this is my inverted S1. I have connected. Third is what? Non-inverted S0. Third is non-inverted S0. So this is my non-inverted S0. I will directly go from here to here, and I will connect it to this input, non-inverted S1, and this output will go to this. Okay, so this is how non-inverted this is connected. So now we will come to I2. Okay, for I2 I will place this NAND gate in this position. Then again I will use one more NAND gate. Where is it? NAND gate. Yeah, I will drag and drop one more NAND gate. One more NAND gate here. One more NAND gate here. Okay, for I2 and I3. Okay, for I2 and I3. So I'll connect one input directly to I2, and yeah, this is done, and connect one output directly to, yeah, this is done. Now what we need in third NAND gate, you will see I2 is directly connected and S1 is directly connected, non-inverted S1, and inverted S0 is connected. Non-inverted S1 we have to connect. Non-inverted S1 is this one. So I have to connect this one. Yeah, non-inverted S1. Now this one is connected. From this we have to connect inverted S0. So this is our inverted S0. Came till here. So we'll take one wire and this will go into here. So this is my inverted S0. Okay. So this is done. Okay, no problem. Now connect I3. I3 one will be connected directly from here till here. Okay. Now this will be connected this side. Done. Now see, S1 is directly connected to fourth NAND gate, and S0 is also directly connected to fourth NAND gate. Okay, so S1 and S0. So here you can see this is my S1 coming directly till here. So I will take this and I will just connect it to this. Yeah, and S0 is also directly coming till here. So what I will do, I will take S0 from here. Sorry, here. Wait. I think this is a problem. Yeah, now it's okay. I will take it and I will connect it to this NAND gate. Now that is okay. 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 So this is done. This whole connection, as you can see, you have to connect ground also now with voltage sources. Otherwise, it won't work. So one ground will be here. One ground will be here. One ground will be here. And one ground will be here. One ground will be here. One ground will be here. I will keep one ground here for VDD. Okay. Anywhere this is done. We need one VDD also to connect to voltage source, otherwise it won't work. Connect one VDD. Okay, so this VDD is done. I think this is connected or not. This is not connected. Yeah, now it is connected. VDD is there. Now what we need, see, these input, these four gates input, these four gate input will go directly to four inputs of NAND gate here, this last one. So we have to design four input NAND gate using these two input NAND gates. Okay, how we can do that? Okay, just wait. Okay guys, so this is how you implement four input NAND gate using using two input NAND gates. So here we can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 NAND gate will be used to implement a single four input NAND gate. Okay, so I will do that only here. So you can see we will use NAND gate. For that we need 5 NAND gates. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, done. Now how we will do? See, two input will come here, A, B, next two will come here, C, D. So I will just drag it a little bit lower. Yeah, I will keep this one for this two. I will keep this one for this two. Okay, and this one will be this two NAND gate will act as just inverter, and this is the final one. Okay, so we will take one wire and we will connect this from here to here, and we will connect this from here to here, this place. And we'll take one wire, we will connect this from here to here. Take one wire, we will connect this from here to here. Okay, and this will act as inverter, so we have to sort both the input. Done. And finally we will connect this directly here, connect this directly. Wait, wait, we will connect this directly this place. Okay, okay, so I think our circuit is finally completed, as you can see. Okay, this is our circuit. These are our select lines, these two, and this two NAND gate will act as inverter, and these are our input I0, I1, I2, I3, and these NAND gate will act as these NAND gate 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because this is three input NAND gate, that's why we have used two inputs NAND gate to implement a three input NAND gate. Okay, and this final NAND gate is implemented using these 5 NAND gate. Okay, so this is our multiplexer, 4:1 multiplexer. Now we will check the output. First we will give this input, this, like this is S0. Okay, so I will make it as first is 0, I1. Now I1, I will make I1 as 1, then I3, 2 as 0 again, 0 again, and this I3 as 1 again. Okay, and this S not as So what should it do? Okay, this I naught here. This is our I naught, which is 0. You can see I naught is 0. I will make it 1 right now. Okay, I naught should be 1, and I will connect one. Sorry, I will connect one output from here, port, output port. Okay, and I will give it as mux out, mux out. Okay, one port will be there, and input port should be there. One in underscore I 0. I will give first one, then second one in underscore I1. Okay, then third this one will give in underscore I2, and fourth one I will give here, which is in underscore I3. Okay, so this one is done. Now we will give port to S also, in underscore S, sorry, S, this is I think S1, yeah, and one input port will be here, in underscore S0. Okay, now I will zoom, and now I will connect these ports. So this is already connected, and I will connect this one. Okay, this is okay. I will connect this one. I will connect this one. Yeah. Now this one. Now this one. Now this one. Okay. And at last, what we need? We need print voltage also now. Otherwise, how you will check the output? So one print voltage will be here. One print voltage will be here. One will be here, and one will be here. This is for input lines, and this is for your select lines, and one will be at our output. Okay, it will be in middle. I will connect one wire with this. Okay, this wire will be connected. Okay, so this is done. Print also, input also we have connected. We have implemented the circuit. Everything is done now, and now what we have to do? We just have to check our connections. So below you can see we are getting two warnings. What are the warnings? We will check. Warning cell 0 print voltage overlap. Print voltage 5 and NAND 7 is overlapping. So this is overlapping. So it's, I will just keep it like this. Little bit upward. Okay. Next is this one, and this is also overlapping. Give it like this. Done. Now again I will check. So I'm getting 0 error and 0 warning. Okay. I will keep the simulation settings. First I will give the library path to it. We don't need all these parameters. We are not doing anything. Transient analysis will be there. Make it at least 300 nanosecond, and this will be 10 nanosecond. Okay, so this is done. Now we will run the circuit, run the simulation, and observe the output. It will take time, little bit time, because it is a bigger circuit. I don't know what happened here. Okay, yeah. So you can see the output we are getting here. We are not getting perfect output. Mux output at last at 300. Okay, I will wait. In simulation setting, I have to increase my time. I will make 600 nanosecond. Okay, and then again run the simulation, because it will take, because when I am giving the input, it will take some delay, okay, to reach the output. Means inside one NAND gate there will be some delay. What I have told you in previous classes, okay, in previous classes I have told you that when it is, means inside one NAND gate there is some delay of, I think, 10 nanosecond or 20 nanosecond, and we are here using total, I think, more than 10 NAND gates. So these delay will get add up. Okay, so my output, I will reach my output after 300, almost 600 nanosecond. You can see we are reaching the output. So you can see my I naught input is 1, which is 5 volt. Okay, and if I naught is 1, then my output should be 1 at 600 volt. At 600 nanosecond, you can see my traces is of 4.999998 volt. Okay, so my output, what are our desired truth table? You can see the truth table. When my S is 0 and S1 is 0, then my Y should be I naught. This is what we want, because we kept here. You can see S is on, S0 is on 0, it is on 0 volt, you can see here, and S1 is also on 0 volt. So if both of these two will be on 0 volt, then my mux out will be same as input I0. Okay, so both of these are same, but my mux output has taken some time to reach the voltage of 5 volt, which is same as input I naught. Okay, it almost took 600 nanoseconds, so there will be delay. Okay, there will be delay because we are using, I think, more than 10 NAND gates. Now what we will do, we will change something, because here, so how many NAND gates we are using? We are using here 1 2 3 4 4 4 8, and here 5, 13 NAND gates we are using. So when my input start traveling from I naught voltage source and to reach max output here, it will take delay of these 13 NAND gates. That's why we are getting this delay. So if one NAND gate gives 20 nanosecond or 40 nanosecond delay, so it will be multiplied by 13. Okay, that's why it is getting some delay. Okay, so I will change the input right now and we will observe the output. Okay, again, now we will check our second truth table, which is S0 will be 0 and S1 will be 1. Then we should get I1 as S0. First we will change this S0, this S0, and this is S1. Okay, so what is my second truth table? S0 is 0, S1 is 1. So I will change this S1 to 1. See, this S1 pattern is 0 right now. I am changing it to 1. Okay, so I have changed it to 1, and this my S0 is already 0. So what should we get? We should get I1. And what is my I1 right now? It is 1. Okay, or make it 0. I1 is 0. So run the circuit. Okay, see, it takes some time to come to 0. Okay, see, my I1 is 0 right now. Okay, and my output, max output is also 0. My S0 is 0 and S1 is 1. Okay, and it is taking some time to reach 0. Okay, this is almost 0, so it is taking some time to reach 0. Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. What we will do, and we will check again. We will check again. Okay, so no problem in here. Okay, so this is the circuit of Mux. Try to implement this. Okay, this will be your homework. Try to get the output. Okay, this is your next. You have to include this in your next lab report. Okay, this is your next experiment. Implement this circuit, and there will be some error, some delay will be there. So don't worry about it. Just you have to put the right time. Okay,